never felt more connected to God than I do right now at this time in my life. I know that every single day I am actively connecting with God. Actively connecting with God. He is speaking messages through me. And what I wanted to come back with the channeling, though I never called it that before, I know for a fact, way back, we're talking more than a decade ago, I would get up as a Christian, because I never showed up as a Christian the way I was supposed to show up either, because I always felt like the Bible said that we have spiritual gifts. The Bible says that we are able to have a very deep relationship with God. I took it serious. And I wanted everything that God had for me. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jen. So today we're going to be using the Divine Animals Oracle. This is a new deck that I got, and so I'm going to use it with all of the zodiac readings this month. It is spirit animals, so it's going to give us some what energy of the spirit animal that you have to help you at this time. And then we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot, and we'll pull a 3-card progression spread. So it'll be past, present, future, and it will tell us where you have been, where you're at, and where you're headed, so that if you need to make a course correction, we can do that at this time. All right, so we're going to start by shuffling, and I set intentions while I shuffle. So the first intention is that anyone who comes across this message, there will be something in here for you. I set the intention that anyone who needs to hear the messages that come out in this reading will find it at the time that they need it most. I set the intention that all the messages that come out will be for our highest good. I set the intention that I will be given very clear messages, be given all the right words, phrases, anything needed in order to communicate as clearly and as effectively as possible so that the message can be received as it was intended. Okay. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. If you resonate with this reading, I would really love if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications. I do about 4 to 5 videos a week. So if you hit that bell, it will let you know every time I post a new video. I do the zodiac readings, twin flame, ancestor message, angel message, and I do different oracle readings. I have lots of oracle decks on here. I also do offer personal readings. That link is down in the description box if you are interested. And I will be doing an extended as well. So there's a lot going on. You can just, like I said, check out the description box because that's where a lot of the stuff is down there. All right, so let's get started. All right. Deep breath. Okay, so what energy will be most helpful for Aquarius right now? What energy is most helpful for Aquarius right now? Okay, gorilla, but this word right here, I'm pretty sure you can't see it. It's probably backwards. It says peace. All right, the reason why that got me is because the channeled message that I did before this, when I do the channelings before I do the readings, I just wait for a word to come to me. It's automatic writing. I'll show you. There we go. So I just start writing, and I start with, what does Aquarius need to know right now? That's just the first sentence. And then I wait for a word to come to me. Just once a word comes to me, I can usually, grab hold to it, and then the words just start flowing from there. So the first word that came to me in that channeled message was peace. And so with this first card coming out, saying peace. Yeah, that's pretty good synchronicity there, and lets me know that we are really on track. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull the tarot, and then we'll look at the channel message. All right, deep breath. Past, present, future Aquarius. Past, present, future Aquarius. Past. We've got the star. That is the Aquarius card. There you are. Present. That's the Two of Pentacles. That's about balance between your spiritual and material, physical life. Future. Queen of Wands, that is renewed joy, inspiration, moving with the inspiration as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read the channeled message before I go into the oracle. What does Aquarius need to know right now? Peace, tranquility, meditation. Aquarius is seeking a more peaceful existence at this time. They are turning from things, people, places that steal their joy and remove their peace. They are choosing to move to spaces of tranquility and beauty and surrounding themselves with things that light them up inside instead of things that drain and deplete their energy. They are finding ways to make real meditation a part of their daily lives throughout the whole day. This is where God says in the Bible to pray night and day, learning that meditation really is your connection to God, Creator, Source, the universe. Most stop their prayer at their own request of God, but don't actually sit in the energy long enough to hear from God. So, I mean, that really is the difference of what between meditation and prayer. I mean, they really are the same thing. We're connecting to the same energy, the same source, and we're seeking answers. But most of the time when people talk about prayer, it stops with your request. Your request is as far as it goes. You tell God what you want. You're putting your prayer out there, right? But are you waiting for the response? Do you sit in that space long enough to start getting the response? And so even though like this channeling that I'm doing right now is new to me, the way that I'm doing it, it's really not new to me overall, because well before I was ever part of all of this, where before I allowed myself to even look at any of this stuff, because I was very, very hardcore Christian. This was taught as evil, so I was not even going to look at it. It was through my spiritual awakening that I had a direct experience with God, that He has led me down different paths, and I'm not really interested in arguing that with anybody that hasn't experienced it, because those that have experienced it, they do know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, which I feel like anybody that's going to be watching these videos are more likely on that same path that I am on now than the other, but if you haven't and you're still just really stuck in that Christian space, you can't embrace this, because it is taught as evil. It is taught as like the devil's work. It is taught as demonic. It is none of that. I have never felt more connected to God than I do right now at this time in my life. I know that every single day I am actively connecting with God. Actively connecting with God. He is speaking messages through me. And what I wanted to come back with the channeling, though I never called it that before, I know for a fact, way back, we're talking more than a decade ago, I would get up as a Christian, because I never showed up as a Christian the way I was supposed to show up either, because I always felt like the Bible said that we have spiritual gifts. The Bible says that we are able to have a very deep relationship with God. I took it serious, and I wanted everything that God had for me. And so I, despite what the church taught me, still followed what God was leading for me. So I would get up at like 3 a.m. every single day, I would be woken up at 3 a.m. every single day. I didn't really know at that time that that was really part of the, it's called the God hour. You know, I mean, it's just, it's magical. So I would get up every day and I would go into, my bathroom was huge at this time. Huge bathroom. So I could go in there, shut the door, keep all the lights off, and I would play some music that would get me, you know, connected with God, get me kind of almost in like a worship kind of space. And I would have a journal with me, and I would just a little bit of light, not a lot of light, because I didn't want a lot of distraction. I just wanted to be connected with God. I would write out, like, these are the topics that I am concerned about at this time. And then I would just wait. I would start praying. I would usually end up speaking in tongues and praying. And then I would just sit in silence and in the darkness and just wait for the response to come. And the minute that the response started coming, I'd start writing just as fast as I could. And what I see so clear now is the messages that I am getting right here in this channeling that I'm doing are in the same language, in the same, like, the same sentence structure, the same as the messages that were coming out then. So, I mean, it's kind of blown me away the way that this is kind of connected back with that. And so that is the part that I was trying to get to about prayer doesn't stop with your request. And so that's what I was focused on so much at that time. I didn't just want to put my thoughts out to God. I wanted to hear back from him. I didn't want to just put the request out there. I didn't want to just say, this is what I needed to hear answers. That's what I was sitting long enough to get the answers down. And so I've got a whole journal from that whole time period of all of these messages that were coming in at that time. I didn't call it channeling. I just called it talking to God. Okay, let's go ahead and read the oracle. We've got Gorilla. What you doing? Got my cat over here. Let's see. That is page 12. Gorilla. Gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Peace. To seek or negotiate for peace is a position of strength, not weakness. Choose peace rather than war. Strong leaders lead by example. The greatest kind of strength involves restraint. Don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, I don't know how to read that. NGI. That is that gorilla's name. I don't know how to say that. NGI is one of the four sons of Zamba, the creator god of Yaoundé people of Cameroon in Africa. All of nature, including the sky and stars, was made by Zamba. Okay, so that's not his name. Sorry. I got confused. Okay, I think Zamba is just another name for the creator, right? Yeah. Okay, so all of nature, including the skies and stars, was made by Zamba. All things except human beings. He decided to give that job of creation to his four sons with the instruction that they make man into their own image. His four sons were 𝐒𝐄𝐄𝐄, the mantis who was wise, �W𝐲, the chimpanzee who was curious, 𝐒𝐇𝐀𝐀, the lizard who played the fool, and of course, oh, it is the NGI. I don't know how to say that. The gorilla who was strong. So that is his name. Sorry. It is said that NGI was in the thick forest with his family of wives and children. A man decided he wanted to see NGI for himself. As he thought he and his people may be stronger, so he followed NGI to watch him. He watched him rule over his realm in nature with fairness and peace. He watched him share food. He watched NGI settle arguments and watched him gently play with the young ones. The man watched, but he didn't see NGI display any great strength. One day, the man came into the clearing and threatened 𝐒𝐓𝐈. 𝐒𝐓𝐈 did not react to the man's threats, other than to ask him to go back to his own place if this was how he wished to act. Finally, 𝐒𝐓𝐈 stood up to leave, and as he did, he picked up a huge stone boulder. He did not even face the man. He simply picked up the boulder and then set it down. He then returned to the forest. The man realized that he had just witnessed true strength, the kind that has at its heart restraint. That's sort of a big lesson. All right. Wild gorillas, of which there are 4 species, are only found in Africa. They are the largest living primates and share between 95 to 99% of their DNA with humans. Mountain gorillas are found in the highlands of Rwanda, Uganda, and the Republic of Congo. They are listed as endangered, which has decreased from being listed as critically endangered prior to 2018. Western lowland gorillas have 2 subspecies and are found in Central West African nations such as Cameroon. Eastern lowland gorillas are found in Congo. Cross river gorillas are only found at the Cameroon-Nigerian border area on the Cross River. Gorillas live in social groups called troops, with a lead male and normally groups of females and their offspring. They have a deep emotional life, both laughing and crying, being among other emotions they express. Despite their size and incredible strength, gorillas are peaceful creatures that rarely fight or injure each other. In these very rare cases where a male silverback has to defend his troop against the other gorillas or a leopard, it can be a fight to the death. Like us, gorillas have individual fingerprints and use tools. They are intelligent and even mediate between each other to sort out their differences. That would be pretty cool to see it meditating. The mature dark-coated male with a saddle of silver on his back, the silverback, also happily plays with and shields the very small, independent infants from any harm. Everyone has heard of King Kong, so perhaps the idea of gorilla magic inciting peace and sociability may be shocking. We know of the huge physical strength of gorillas, yet this power is used with incredible restraint. When you need to exercise the same restraint, or you need to be the peacemaker in a situation, call in gorilla magic to assist. Symbology: silverback, gorilla hand, gorilla on the summit of a mountain. Status: Cross river gorillas are critically endangered. Mountain gorillas are now listed as endangered. Both western and eastern lowland gorillas are critically endangered. The greatest threats are disease, hunting, and huge habitat loss. So it is knowing that you do have a lot of strength, but you don't have to use it. You don't have to go out and force your way, into this world. Choosing to use your strength wisely, only when necessary. So like in that story, the only way he really showed how much strength he had is when he picked up that huge boulder and just set it down. He could have picked up that boulder up and hurled it at that man. But instead, he just picked it up to show him, I can do it. I can do it. But I'm not going to. Because I am not looking for a fight. I am not looking for war. I am looking for peace. And I have this phrase that it comes to me a lot when I think about, if you are seeking peace in your life, then you must come in peace to every situation. You must come in peace. You must come ready to bring the peace. You must not show up ready to fight. If you're showing up ready to fight, you don't want peace in your life. If you come in ready to just go to war, you are not looking for peace in your life. You are not the peace in your life. You are the war in your life. And so when you say that you are looking for peace, if you want a life of peace, it starts with you. You have to come in peace. You have to show up in peace. All right, so in the past, we've got the star. That is a wish granted. It's an expectancy. So, expectations fulfilled, wishes granted, opportunities, healing after traumatic events, knowing you are on the right path, inspiration, renewed hope. Sink into the dreamlike inspiration of the star. She sends a message of divine timing and renewed hope, and she guides you to reach for that string of serendipity and faith. Your future is increasingly bright, and you are blessed by the universe. Your core purpose is beginning to bubble at the surface of your reality, and your path is intrinsically tied to your biggest missions and brightest opportunities for expansion. Step into a path of fulfillment and happiness with starlight to guide you. Allow your innate essence to shine through any residual darkness right now. Uncover any limiting beliefs and self-doubt that you are holding on to. Find the courage to voice any unexpressed emotions and release every bit of outgrown energy that is anchoring you to the past. It is time to release and ascend. As you let go, you will focus on the future and you will find your biggest source of inspiration and love. The stars are aligning in your favor, and it's time to trust them. I expect miracles. So this is an expected energy. You put your wish out there. And now then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is about balance. So the Two of Pentacles is a need to balance many aspects of self. Juggling obligations, equilibrium, seeking harmony. With all of those roles and responsibilities that you've been juggling, you may be feeling a little imbalanced. Maybe your calendar is totally overbooked and you're feeling the stress of being stretched in too many directions. You may be feeling the need to better balance dualities or opposing aspects of your life. Your time alone versus your time with others. Your material life versus your spiritual life. Make sure you aren't investing too many resources in one area at the expense of another, especially when both are equally as important. Even though this card suggests that you're likely able to manage it all, do you desire this much juggling? Put some of your precious energy into creating a balance that you absolutely love, one that will allow you to work, play, love, and create. This equilibrium will not take from your reserves of energy, but will add to it. I create an equilibrium in my life that allows me to be my best self. All right, so you're bringing balance in right now, and we're moving to the Queen of Wands. This is creativity, passion, determination, confidence, joy, bold expression, helping others as you build your queendom, power. You are capable and fierce. It's time to root into your purpose and boldly step into the limelight of your life. The Queen of Wands radiates creativity and passion wherever she goes. And when she enters a room, her exuberant charisma and confidence are palpable. Don't be afraid to take the center of attention and stop acting small in order to make those around you feel more comfortable. Make sure fiery bursts of productivity are accompanied by laughter and gratitude, connection, appreciation, and love. It's okay to hold shadow in all of this light. Don't push it down so deeply that you can't find it again. Accept the parts of you that don't openly share, the past failures that have held you back. They don't define you, so transmute that shadow. Sit with it briefly and then light it on fire because you don't need it anymore. In my world with an intense light that connects and incites passion. So you're allowing yourself to just shine and to be it completely in your essence. Okay, so let's see. Give me some more information about the Queen of Wands. Like, what are we doing right now? What are we creating? So we've got the Five of Cups. So this is a grieving over what you thought your life is supposed to be. But now then, you are manifesting in a new opportunity to create that joy and passion and inspiration. You're manifesting it. You're working on your balance. So what can you do to bring the balance in? Okay. We've got the Queen of Swords. So this is being very clear about what you want and communicating that with the people around you. This is what I will accept. This is what I won't accept. Celebration, joy. This card is also about unions and marriage. And then this is mastering a skill. I'm going to read this one because this is what you can do to help bring your balance in. So this is the Eight of Pentacles. Mastering a skill, an expert, craftsmanship, the Meraki that you put into your work, methodical progress, patience and determination, soul purpose. So stepping into your soul purpose. Patience and determination are the best ways to ensure your success. Mastering this skill takes time and perseverance, and shortcuts are not the best path forward as you build your experience. Remain dedicated to excellence and to developing your unique form. Study, practice, improve, and thrive. Put your Meraki, your love, your soul, and your energetic essence into your work and bring it in a consistent, methodical way. Perfect your craft and imbue joy into the repetitive things that you find yourself doing. Find flow in the details, no matter what it is that you find yourself dedicated to. If you know it's time to move on from something more inspiring, move on to something more inspiring, find your plan to do so. Consistent action is called for, and often we feel blocked right before we expand into new levels. It's okay to be imperfect as you learn. As you become the master, find joy in self-improvement to help you get there. With loving determination, I persevere and I become the person I long to be. Okay, so you are really, really working on building your whole new life right now. You're working on, like I said, you're seeking to bring in a more peaceful existence. You're seeking a more aligned existence, a more balanced existence. That's literally what you're working on, is trying to balance everything. And you want joy back in your life. You want inspiration. You want excitement. And most of all, we want some peace. All right, so I am going to keep going with this in the extended. So if this is your story and you'd like to go deeper with me, I'm going to go ahead and pull this out to a 9-card spread. That is a relationship spread, because right now I don't see any relationship cards showing up. But we'll look in the extended to see if there's any movement in a relationship. And we'll also look at the signs that have come out. And so we've got, let's see, we've got Virgo, and Aquarius so far. So we will look into those signs in the extended as well. That could be somebody that could be your specific person, or it could just be somebody that's in your energy that you need to know a little bit more about of how to manage that situation. All right. So if you're going to continue with me, that link is down below in the description box. I also have a link for Jen's 333 Collective. That is a monthly subscription that gives you access to all of the extendeds. And then there's also a link down in the description box for personal readings if that's something that you're interested in. So there's a lot going down there, so check it out. If you have not already, if you have found value in this, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications, and also please, if it has been helpful, like, comment, share. That helps more people be able to see this message, and it just means a whole lot to me. All right, so if you're going with me, grab the link, and other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.